Hey, Lee Cole here. These videos, these local lead generation coaching videos may be some of the most important videos that you will see all year. So do two things. Number one, subscribe to my channel. There's more stuff on this channel for free about local marketing than there is in 99% of the products that are currently collecting cyber dust on your hard drive. Also, there's 6 of these videos. There's a list of all 6 in the description below. This is from a talk that I gave to an elite mastermind group in San Antonio last year. Take a look at this, subscribe to my channel, get on my list. Let's learn to make some money. See ya.
Thank you so much. I guess I'm in San Antonio, so I should say, hola muchachos y muchachas. Hope y'all are doing great. Let me get this going. My name's Lee Cole, in case you don't know that. I'm just really honored at the number of people that have come up to me. Yes, I can do those. Okay, we want to fix that. So, oh, I did it. So anyway, it's my son, brilliant programmer, works for me now. It's so wonderful because anything technical beyond how do I check my email, I just, Skype home. But anyway, so my name's Lee Cole, and before we get going, okay, so I am a hugely spontaneous person. I don't really have a canned whatever. I want to really teach you something. I want you to learn what local marketing is actually about. I want you to learn the differences between business consulting, local marketing, local business consulting, whatever you want to call that thing, which is defined as the selling of internet products and services to what I call sticks and bricks businesses. Okay? I want you to learn the differences between that and what I guess would be, I guess what you would call just sort of what I call strict internet marketing, which is all online. Because there are vast differences. And I find that often, some people are attracted to one and some people are attracted to others and some people are attracted to both. But a lot of the same, thank you so much. Somebody just said the word principles. A lot of the same principles that make online marketing work. Yes, they feed into offline marketing, but there is so much more that needs to happen for offline marketing. So, I'm going to be really straight with you. I'm going to tell you the whole truth about this. This may not be for you, and that's totally cool. I don't want you to waste time, okay? But if it is for you, you're going to know it because you're going to do what I did when I first learned about this, and I'll tell you about this as we go on. Is I nearly wrecked the damn car and got super excited. Can I say the word damn in here?
Yeah.
Okay, because
you can curse all you want in San Antonio.
You can? I knew I like this place. So, some things that you want to write down. I'm going to tell you all about me, okay? If you want to write that down. Free book about how I created one of my internet marketing businesses, okay? So I basically run 2 businesses, an offline business and what I call an information marketing business. Both of those are being combined into a software business, which is where my son comes into the picture. My YouTube channel right here, youtube.com, user Lee I-M, that's an I am one. Why it's got that stupid vanity URL? Well, that was because I created that about 12 years ago when I didn't know about it. And my best training course, we're going to take a brief look at that. Guys, what I'm talking to you about today is not a sales pitch, okay? I mean, if you want to buy something from me, have at it. I've got over 200 products out online that you can buy. And so many of you walked up to me and said, hey, Lee, I bought a ton of stuff from you. That is so cool. It's so wonderful to meet you. But if you want to get going with this, and we'll take a look at it at the end. So it's very fair to you. I'll explain to you what we got going. But if you want to get going with this, pop that URL into your phone and you can at least take a look at it. I welcome questions. I'm so sorry.
Let's see, what's the
Are the
letter?
links working?
IB, is it a L?
Also,
or
can you
an
read it
IB?
out?
LBCM. That, well, I can't do that. That stands for Local Business Client Machine. LBCM. EasyProfitSoftware.com. Local Business Client Machine. Michael had the most expensive offer here. I suspect I might have the least expensive offer. Okay. So, EasyProfitSoftware.com, LBCM. I welcome questions. Okay, I used to be a mathematics teacher. Okay, I'm really not used to standing up here and pitching something for a long time. My dad did sell aluminum siding, so I grew up with that. I know how to do that. And if I say so myself, I fairly learned copyright. So I can do that, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, I want to actually teach you something. And I like interactive. So it's like, you don't understand something. Cliff says, I've got plenty of time to talk. My son knows that this is great for me because I love to talk about myself. So, you know, you got a question like, man, I really don't understand this. I can't deal with what's coming next because, you know, raise your hand, ask a stupid question, or ask a great question, and it's all okay. We're going to have some Q&A at the end, okay? And I'm here through early tomorrow morning. I had to go back home a little early because of a little issue. But I am here. Come find me, all right? I'm wearing this shirt. All right? I look like this. I got my Hollywood beard on, right? And I'm here. I'm in the hotel. I am eating lunch across the river with my son at this really cool Mexican restaurant that we found. Just stop me. Ask me questions. I'm here to help you. You got it? Can I go now? Quick outline of what we're talking about today. Who am I? I'm going to tell you my story. I think that's important. Well, you might not give a damn, but I think that's important because I think it was important to me back when I was trying to figure out internet marketing, because it was so important to me to be able to relate to people that were teaching me stuff so that I thought the following: that's a real person who went through some struggles, who finally figured stuff out, and therefore I can too. It made it relatable instead of just like, here, let me write down the 3 steps to becoming richer than Bill Gates and hand that to you. I mean, that's just not my deal, right? You know, I mean, you have to understand me. So I want you to understand me. We're going to talk about offline consulting the easy way. I would like to make this business harder than it actually is. It's actually not hard. It's just work. Okay? It's not hard, kind of like hiking. Now, look, if you're in a wheelchair, I understand that hiking is hard. Okay, so let's leave out that special situation. But I'm saying for a person who has legs and can walk, I mean, even if you're totally out of shape, you can still hike. You just go a little slower, right? And if you want to go on a 5-mile hike, well, it's pretty easy. You do this. You got it? You just do that a bunch, and you end up getting there. And offline marketing is basically the same thing. It is not hard. It's just doing the same types of things over and over again. And then the next steps that you should take. Okay, I'm going to leave you with what you need to do next. Your marching orders. Any questions? My original inspiration. It's a book printed in 2004. Probably everybody in this room knows this. I think it was 2004. I don't really remember. I'm pretty sure I read this about 2006. This freaking blew my mind. Now look, I do not work a 4-hour work week. But I work about, what would you say, 20, 25 hours a week? I make a really good income. I work about 25 hours a week. I have a great life. I have 2 great kids. I got a wonderful wife. I got a dog. I enjoy my freaking life. I used to be a high school mathematics teacher. I love teaching. as you can probably already tell. I didn't enjoy the 45-minute commute. I didn't enjoy the time when I nearly got killed between an intercity commuter bus and a tractor trailer because my car was squeezed between the two. I didn't enjoy that. Okay, I came out of that with just a scratch to the car, frankly. I thought I was going to die. I didn't enjoy that. I didn't enjoy the stress. I have a chronic medical condition. My thyroid gland quit working. And I have a problem with fatigue, and I didn't enjoy working while I was fatigued in an underperforming school. I loved the teaching part. When my door was closed, I was totally happy teaching students. I loved that part. Just the rest of it was killing me. And I may repeat some stuff. I don't remember what the hell's on here. But I got into internet marketing. It was really funny. I was picking my kids up. They were much smaller than they are now. He has a twin sister and almost 20 years old. I was picking my kids up from school. I think I actually had a doctor's appointment. I was picking my kids up from school, and they were like, I think in kindergarten, first grade, something like that. And, we were just sitting there waiting. If you're a parent, you know this. You wait. They come like first thing out of school and all that stuff. And my wife just sitting there talking, and she says, did you know people can make money through the internet? And I'm like, my wife is amazing. God speaks to me often through my wife. Because that's not a joke. That's right. You know that's not a joke. And it's really because I'm too stupid to get it through my head. I'm sure that the information that I was, the information being given to me at some point, I'm just too damn dumb to figure it out. So ST is an intermediary known to my wife. And she said, did you know people can make money online, on the internet? And I'm like, seriously? And I said, how do you do that? And she says, I don't know. My wife's an artist. She knows, she can barely plug in the computer. But she says, I don't know. They make websites and then put things called banner ads on them, and people click on that and they make money. And it's like, wow, that started the whole thing. I mean, that was like, you ever see an avalanche like on YouTube or something? I mean, but at some point there was one. Think about this. At some point there was one little snowflake that did something a little out of the ordinary, and then suddenly millions of tons of snow are going down a mountain and destroying God knows what, right? So that little snowflake thing, that was my wife. She told me you could make money online, and that started this whole thing. I didn't know what to do with that. So I was at a bookstore, and I buy a book from Joe Vitale, the copywriter, Joe Vitale. And it was called The E Code. And I read that book in like 3 hours. And I'll read that in a minute. And it was hilarious. I sat down in front of the computer like I was going to do something, with the book in my hand in my lap, and I thought, shit, I don't know what to do. But I didn't give up. I mean, this would be like 2006, 2007. And then I read that book, right? And I'm like, and who here's read that book, by the way? Yeah, it's an awesome book. I don't know if you can get to a 4-hour work week. I kind of like to work. But you get to a 20-hour work week, okay? And Tim Ferriss has this concept that just ignited a fire under me. And it's called a muse, all right? And it's a weird name, but a muse for Tim Ferriss is a business that will create, that you don't have to spend that you're not tied to, right? That you don't have to spend all your time. The business does not own you, right? It's not the tail wagging the dog thing, right? The business doesn't own you. So it's a business that you can spend a minimal amount of time working that will give you the money that you need to have a freaking life. See, that's what I was. Somebody who said that? Who said yes? Somebody, I just got an amen from the audience. Guys, that's real.
We were all thinking it.
Yeah, I figured you were. Because I remember, another thing, it may be on the slides. I don't know if it's on the slides or not. I'm just getting going, as you may have noticed. I was a follower of Ed Dale. Who knows Ed Dale? The name? So Ed Dale, like in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, had this thing that he ran called the 30-Day Challenge. And I mean, it was really cool. It was how to make money online, all stepped out into 30 things that you could do in 30 days. And it was usually in the month of August, I think, or something like that. And you would do each one of those tasks each day. And then if you ended up making money, which I did every freaking year, if you ended up making money, right, then you got recognized, right? I actually started selling websites because Ed Dale recognized me, and then I had all these people asking me about building a website. When he was little, remember I got you to do a 30-day challenge? Who am I? What does that say? Who am I and why you might want to take lessons? So, I'm like doing 30-day challenge every year. I'm learning stuff, and I'm buying Ed Dale stuff, and one of which was an MP3. This is how ignorant I was. I didn't know what the heck an MP3 was. Okay, I didn't really know it was a file format. I thought it was an object. It's not. I had this, but I finally figured it out. I had an MP3. I had an MP3 player. This is before these things. These things did not even exist back then. I had an MP3 player. It looked like a little thing I could wear in my shirt and look cool. And I was driving. I used to get in the freaking car in the morning when it was dark and go to work. Yeah, see, you know what I'm saying, right? And I would get back in the freaking car. I'm saying the word freaking because I don't want to say the other word. When it was dark and go home, that was my life, right? And so I would listen to this stuff while I was in the car and in the grocery store. And I remember when Ed Dale was interviewing somebody, and Ed Dale was the first person on record to sell a website. Actually, it's 3 websites together for over $1 million. So big deal. This is like back in 1997. So, Ed Dale was interviewing this guy, and he was talking about how businesses would pay people a lot of money who knew stuff about internet marketing. I nearly wrecked the freaking car. Literally. My heart was beating like this. I had to actually pull over to the side of the road and calm down. Okay? So, my background, I was a salesperson for many years. I sold real estate very successfully in Atlanta with RE/MAX. I then decided, because my kids were born later on in my marriage, real estate's like an 80-hour-a-week job, okay? And it's really hard, but I learned, it's tough. It's tough on the body and the soul, right? But I learned a massive amount about selling. And so because I had kids, we didn't know we were going to have kids, but then we were blessed with kids. I had kids, and I wanted to be able to spend a lot of time with my children. So I had a background in mathematics, so I got a job as a mathematics teacher, and I did that for 10 years. And as I told you, I discovered the internet. And everything changed. I started really making money in 2007. The Joe Vitale thing didn't work because I had no clue as to what was happening. But I kept at it. There weren't great training products back then. Okay, you just had to figure stuff out. Technology wasn't advanced back then like it is now.